recipe at a time with a splash of physics. Recently, I did a video about how to cook 1 pound of dry lentils and turn them into 3 pints of pre-cooked lentils. And now these are super simple to incorporate into a whole bunch of recipes. Here I'm gonna make a recipe that I really frequently bring to a gathering or a potluck. And when I bring this to a gathering, I very often get people asking me to share the recipe with them. Seems like a really simple lentil salad, but it is surprisingly delicious. Okay, first we're gonna start by putting the marinade together. It's so simple. We just need 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Also 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. Then 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. To that, I'm gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of fresh ground pepper. Perfect. And the mustard is perfect because it helps the oil and the vinegar mix together. The only other thing we need is 1/4 chopped red onion. And I like getting this in some really tiny pieces. All right, now all we have to do is throw it all together. So I'm gonna add this 1 jar of lentils, which is 2 cups of cooked lentils. I'm gonna add this 1/4 red onion. It also calls for 1/2 cup of chopped parsley. And so you can buy this as a bunch and just chop it. You can probably use dry also, but I usually buy a couple bunches of parsley at a time and chop it up in the food processor and keep it in the freezer so that it's ready to add to recipes really easily. So then the last piece is just to add this marinade that I already threw together and then just stir it all together. Delicious. The last thing I like to do is take a bed of greens, maybe spinach or arugula, and put this on top of it so as people serve it up, they get a little bit of those dark leafy greens with it. So it's ready to go to our next gathering. Gotta take a little taste. Like shockingly delicious. You really should give it a try. Lentils are delicious. They're also inexpensive, they're a great choice environmentally, and they're super healthy. Enjoy.